Do you feel like you don't speak enough Italian? That you need to know more words? Then stick around. With these lessons, you'll pick up some of the most common words in just a few minutes. Now, this video is a small portion of our learning program. To get the full lessons, translations, and Fluency Fast study tools, click the link in the description and sign up for your free lifetime account.
Ciao ragazzi, hi guys, I'm Desiree. Welcome to 10 ways to remember words. Associo parole nuove con parole che suonano simili nella mia lingua madre. I associate new words with words that sound similar in my native language. Okay, for example, we have with English and Italian a lot of words that are similar. For example, lingua, language, linguaggio. Cerco di usare la lingua abitualmente nel contesto della vita quotidiana. I try to use the language routinely in the context of daily life. Let's say you're washing the dishes and you think, oh, how do I say washing the dish in Italian? And then you start thinking about how to say that. Lavare i piatti. Just think about the things that you're doing and how you would explain them in the new language. Dico parole ad alta voce in modo che io possa davvero sentirle. I say words out loud so that I can actually hear them. This is a great thing to do. Like, my problem with English, especially in the beginning, I didn't really talk English. I didn't speak that with anyone. And that was a problem because still now, maybe if I hear a word, I know what it means. But then when I have to say that, I'm not sure about how to pronounce that. So yeah, practice to say words out loud. Guardo spesso I video in TV o su YouTube che sono stati progettati per I bambini. I often watch TV or YouTube videos that are designed for young children. Yeah, this is a great way because, for example, cartoons, so things that are for children, they make you understand what they're doing without saying that. Also, you should try watching something that you watched already so you can understand how to say the same thing that you already know in the new language that you're studying. I would do that. Imparo l'origine delle parole e come le diverse parole sono legate le une alle altre. I learn about the roots of words and how words are related to each other. For example, parole in Italian words and parlare, speak, it's the same root, same origin, the same radice, we would say. Parola, parlare. Io uso le ripetizioni. Leggere, scrivere e pronunciare le parole più e più volte. I use repetition, reading, writing and speaking words over and over again. Be careful with repetitions because, for example, to me, after I repeat a word a lot of time, I'm like, does this word really exist? I'm not sure anymore about the word itself. So yeah, do that, but maybe with a lot of words, not just one per time. Keep them written somewhere. So even later you can check if you know the words and actually see your improvements. Parlo il più spesso possibile con I madrelingua. I speak as often as possible with native speakers. Maybe also if they don't correct you because they're not teachers or because they just want to talk, it's still useful to see if they at least understand what you're trying to say. So don't worry about mistaking because it's okay and be careful not to switch to another language just because it's easier. Keep focused on using the new language. Provo a pensare in italiano così che diventi naturale. I try to think in Italian so it becomes natural to my thought process. I would advise you to do that at the end of the day, like trying to think in the new language about what you did today. In order to go to school, I was waiting for the bus. Per andare a scuola stavo il bus. What's waiting again? And you don't remember? You can check it, write it down, you will remember faster. Aspettare, by the way, if you want to know, stavo aspettando il pullman. Ascolto canzoni e memorizzo I testi. I listen to songs and memorize the lyrics. This is a good thing to do because sometimes when you're listening to songs, maybe you don't really understand what they're saying, so it's good to search for lyrics. Try to sing along with them the next time you hear the song. So you see if you really know, if you really learned the word. Because sometimes in songs, singers use words or expressions that we don't use in daily life. Be careful about that, but still it's a great exercise. Cerco di usare la parola nuova in una frase semplice, così imparo frasi intere e non solo singole parole. I try to use the new word in a simple sentence, so I learn whole phrases and not just individual words. When you learn a word, let's say for example telephone, you can think about a phrase. I use the telephone to call my friends. Uso il telefono per chiamare i miei amici. And if you think about something in particular, like I use the telephone to call my cousin. Uso il telefono per chiamare il mio. You can search for that word too, so you will learn another new word. If you're wondering, cousin is cugino. That was the last of our 10 ways to remember words. Tell me which way is yours. Of course, everyone has a personal way, so tell me which is yours. And if you have any advice, comment and remember to subscribe. Ciao ciao, bye bye. Keep focused on using the new language.
Hi guys, welcome to ItalianPod101.com. My name is Ilaria. Nice to meet you or nice to see you again. Today we're going to talk about the top 10 phrases you'll need for a date. Let's start. Ti piacerebbe andare a cena con me? Would you like to go out to dinner with me? Ti piacerebbe andare a cena con me? Would you like to go out to dinner with me? Sei libero questo fine settimana? Are you free this weekend? It's actually a kind of very common question because usually people are very busy during the weekend. Weekend time is the best time to spend with your loved one, families, loved one, friends, because you're more relaxed, you have more time. And this is a kind of common question if you want to ask someone for a date. So, are you free this weekend? Sei libero questo weekend? Vuoi uscire con me? Would you like to hang out with me? Vuoi uscire con me? Would you like to hang out with me? It's a very informal way to ask someone to go out with him. Sei così carino. You are so cute. It's usually, in Italy especially, is more common maybe, that males make compliments to females than the opposite thing. But saying you're so cute is quite a very sweet thing to say. Sei così carino. It's not just about the physical appearance, it's also about the approach. If you're kind, you can say sei così carino, Stai benissimo. You look great. So you can pretty much say this to everybody. Stai benissimo, if someone dresses in a way that you like particularly, so you can say stai benissimo. Ti chiamerò. I'll call you. So ti chiamerò is actually some other very common phrase, sentence that you can say, that you can actually use for many different situations. So ti chiamerò, I'll call you. Ti riaccompagnerò in macchina a casa. I will drive you home. You can also say ti accompagno a casa in macchina, which means the same thing. A che ora ci vediamo domani? What time shall we meet tomorrow? A che ora ci vediamo domani? What time shall we meet tomorrow? Posso vederti ancora? Can I see you again? Or you can also say like will I see you again? As in Italian it sounds like ti vedrò ancora. It's a very romantic way to say, that you like someone, that you want to see the person again. Vogliamo andare da qualche altra parte? Shall we go somewhere else? Vogliamo andare da qualche altra parte? Shall we go somewhere else? And with these two nice sentences, very kind way of approaching someone, actually reach the end of our lesson. Thanks very much guys for listening. Please comment, subscribe, watch our next video and just ask us any question. We will be always happy to give you answers. Thanks very much again and bless you. Take care. Bye bye.
Buongiorno, mi chiamo Melissa Cox. E lei? Come si chiama?
Buongiorno, Alessio Martini. Piacere di conoscerla.
Molto lieta.
Sono di Milano e tu? Di dove sei?
Io sono di Miami.
Ah, non sei di Milano. Ciao Ilaria, come stai?
Benone, e tu?
Non c'è male, grazie. Buonasera signora Ravazzi, come sta?
Molto bene, grazie. E lei?
Io sto così. Melissa, quanti anni hai?
Ho 24 anni, e tu?
Io ho 25 anni. Quanti anni ha?
Ho 24 anni, e lei?
Ho 25 anni.
Buono.
Sì, i panini del bar di fronte sono molto buoni.
Sì, il mio ha le olive, il tonno e i pomodori. E tu che panino hai?
Il mio panino invece ha il prosciutto, la mozzarella e le melanzane.
Hi guys, ciao ragazzi, I'm Desiree and today we're gonna learn together 10 lines you need for introducing yourself. Ho studiato l'italiano per un anno. I've been learning Italian for a year. Ho studiato l'italiano per... I've been learning Italian for... And then you add the time you've been learning Italian for. For example, you can say ho studiato l'italiano per un anno. I've been learning Italian for 1 year. Or, in my case, for English would be ho studiato l'inglese per 8 anni. I've been learning English for 8 years. Il mio nome è Desiree. My name is Desiree. Il mio nome è, my name is, in my case, of course, my name is Desiree. Il mio nome è Desiree. You can just add your name. You can also say mi chiamo. It means I'm called. So, yeah, mi chiamo Desiree. I'm called Desiree. Ciao, è un piacere conoscerti. Hello, it's nice to meet you. Ciao, è un piacere conoscerti. Hi, it's nice to meet you. When, for example, you're inside a big group and you go like one by one introducing yourself, maybe you don't say every time è un piacere conoscerti, but you just say piacere, pleasure. And it's okay, it's nice. Vengo dall'Italia. I'm from Italy. Vengo da means I'm from. For example, I'm from Italy, vengo dall'Italia. I'm from Dubai, vengo da Dubai. So, vengo da, you can put the country name or the city, place, it's the same. Vivo a Roma. I live in Rome. Vivo a, I live in. Vivo a Torino, I live in Turin. Vivo a Roma, I live in Rome. I live in New York, vivo a New York. If you want to say the country, just put in. If you want to put the city, it's a. Vivo a Torino, vivo in Italia. Sono insegnante. I'm a teacher. Sono, and then you say your profession. I'm, when you're talking about your job, for example, sono insegnante, I'm a teacher, or sono un pescatore, I'm a fisherman. Anyway, sono, that means I am. It's the way to say what you're doing as a job too. So you just say I am and then your profession. Ho 22 anni. I'm 22 years old. Ho 22 anni. Ho numero anni. So I'm number years. I'm 22 years old. Io ho 22 anni. In Italian we don't say I am, but I have. So io ho means I have, and then you put your number of years. So io ho 22 anni means I'm 22 years old, but literally is I have. Mi piace ascoltare la musica. I enjoy listening to music. Mi piace, I enjoy, I like. For example, mi piace ascoltare la musica. I like listening to music. Mi piace leggere libri. I like reading books. Or mi piace molto mangiare. I enjoy eating a lot. Uno dei miei hobby è la lettura. One of my hobbies is reading. One of my hobby is reading. Uno dei miei hobby è la lettura. But you can also say uno dei miei hobby è leggere. So leggere with the verb or lettura, it's a noun. You can put both after one of my hobbies. Uno dei miei hobby è. Sto imparando l'italiano su italianpod101.com. I'm learning Italian at italianpod101.com. Sto imparando l'italiano con Desiree. I'm learning Italian with Desiree. Sto imparando l'italiano da solo. I'm learning Italian by myself. Or sto imparando l'italiano attraverso la televisione. I'm learning Italian through television. I'm learning Italian listening to music. Sto imparando l'italiano ascoltando canzoni. Great, that's a great way to do that. That was the 10 of lines you need for introducing yourself. I hope you enjoyed and you found it useful. Thank you for all your comments. I'll read every of them and I'm happy I can be useful for you to learn Italian somehow. I hope this video helped you too, so comment if you want to and remember to subscribe. Bye bye. Ciao ciao.
Want to speak real Italian from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at ItalianPod101.com.
Hi everybody, Marika here. Welcome to Ask a Teacher, where I'll answer some of your most common Italian questions. The question for this lesson is, does Italian have any false friends words that look the same in English but mean something different? The answer is yes. The term false friends is the perfect name for these words. They are like people who look really familiar but are actually total strangers. We'll go through some of the most common ones, so you can avoid miscommunications when you're speaking Italian. If your Italian partner is going to introduce you to his or her parenti, you'll be meeting their relatives, not just the parents. The word parents is genitori in Italian. Also, if you see the word sale in a supermarket, don't think you're getting a discount. Sale is actually the Italian word for salt. If someone describes you as educato or educata, they are usually not talking about your education. They are saying that you are polite. And if you work in a factory, don't say you work in a fattoria. That means you work on a farm. If you are a librarian, don't work in a libreria, because that's bookshop. So don't think that you can borrow books there for free. Make sure you don't offer to take pictures with your camera. That means room. You take pictures on your macchina fotografica. Pay attention to verbs too. Attualmente means currently in Italian. The Italian for actually is in realtà. Definitely doesn't translate as definitivamente either. That means ultimately. Lastly, when you're talking about an event that's coming up later than expected, don't use eventualmente for eventually. Eventualmente means possibly, and, of course, there are many more. Got it? Keep the questions coming. If you have another question, leave it in the comments and I'll try to answer it. A presto! Hi everybody, Marika here. Welcome to Ask a Teacher, where I will answer some of your most common Italian questions. The question for this lesson is, essere o avere? How can I choose the right auxiliary verb in compound verbs? In Italian, when forming compound tenses, such as the present perfect or passato prossimo, you'll need an auxiliary verb. This will either be essere, to be, or avere, to have. In English, you don't have to make this choice, as you only need to have. That's why deciding which auxiliary to use in Italian can be a bit difficult at first. Let's have a look at some rules that will help you choose the right auxiliary. The first thing you need to remember is that transitive verbs always need avere. Let's see some examples. Io ho mangiato una mela. I have eaten an apple. Mangiare, to eat, is a transitive verb, meaning that it can have a direct object. Giorgio ha guardato un film. Giorgio has watched a movie. Guardare, to watch, is also transitive. Abbiamo conosciuto Laura. We have met Laura. Conoscere, to meet, is also transitive. Reflexive verbs, on the other hand, always use essere. Let's see an example. Mi sono innamorato. I have fallen in love. Innamorarsi, to fall in love, is reflexive. Verbs in the passive form also use essere. La mela è stata mangiata. The apple has been eaten. È stata mangiata, meaning has been eaten, is a passive form of mangiare, to eat. What about intransitive verbs? Some use essere and others avere. Although there are no set rules, here are some things you can look out for. For example, intransitive verbs of movement always use essere, such as andare, to go, and arrivare, to arrive. Here are two sample sentences. Ieri sono andata a Venezia. Yesterday I went to Venice. Siete arrivati tardi. You have arrived late. On the other hand, intransitive verbs of movement, where the destination doesn't need to be mentioned, always use avere. Some examples are camminare, to walk, or viaggiare, to travel. A few sample sentences. Abbiamo camminato tanto. We have walked a lot. Ho viaggiato in treno. I've traveled by train. One last thing. There are some cases where both essere and avere are acceptable. This mainly happens with verbs about the weather. Piovere, to rain, nevicare, to snow, grandinare, to hail, tuonare, to thunder. So you can say è piovuto, but also ha piovuto. Both means it has rained. Pretty interesting, right? If you have any more questions, please leave a comment below. A presto, see you soon!
You are at a train station where you're attempting to buy an express ticket from a ticket machine. Which option should you choose to buy an express ticket? Which option should you choose to buy an express ticket? The option on the bottom left is for express trains.
Treni espresso.
You are at a train station where you've just bought an express ticket. Which train car, row, and seat number are you in? Which train car, row, and seat number are you in? The ticket says that you're in train car number 1 in the 8th row in seat C.
Carrozza 1, fila 8, posto C.
You are at a train station where you're reading the train schedule for an express ticket that you've just bought. On which days are there no express trains running? On which days are there no express trains running? There are no express trains running on public holidays and the third Sunday of every month.
Giorni festivi, terza domenica di ogni mese.
You are on a platform at a train station where you're waiting for your train. Suddenly, a message appears on the display. What does the message on the display mean? What does the message on the display mean? The display reads, Train passing through.
Treno in transito.
You are at a train station where you're looking for the best exit to catch a taxi. Which exit should you take to get to the taxi rank? Which exit should you take to get to the taxi rank? You should take the east exit in order to get to the taxi rank.
Uscita est.
Hi guys, welcome to ItalianPod101.com. My name is Ilaria, nice to meet you, or nice to see you again. Well, today we're going to talk about a very nice topic, the top 10 marriage proposal lines. So, let's start. Vuoi sposarmi? Vuoi sposarmi? Will you marry me? Vuoi sposarmi? Will you marry me? Vuoi sposarmi? Well, vuoi sposarmi is the most generic way that you can say, that you can actually ask your boyfriend or girlfriend to marry him or her, you know. Of course, usually it's the man that asks the lady, but nowadays you never know, you know. But you can also say mi sposi, which is the same as saying will you marry me, but instead of saying vuoi sposarmi, you say mi sposi, vuoi farmi l'onore di diventare mia moglie. Will you do me the honor of becoming my wife? Vuoi farmi l'onore di diventare mia moglie? Vuoi farmi l'onore di diventare mia moglie? Will you do me the honor of becoming my wife? So, moglie is wife. And marito is husband. So, if you want to ask your husband, your future husband, your boyfriend to marry you, then you have to say vuoi farmi l'onore di diventare mio marito? Vuoi fare di me l'uomo più felice del mondo? Vuoi fare di me l'uomo più felice del mondo? Will you make me the happiest man alive? Vuoi fare di me l'uomo più felice del mondo? Will you make me the happiest man alive? Vuoi fare di me l'uomo più felice del mondo? If you are a girl, you say woman, you say vuoi fare di me la donna più felice del mondo. Tu sei quello che ho aspettato per tutta la vita. Tu sei quello che ho aspettato per tutta la vita. You are the one I've been waiting for my whole life. Tu sei quello che ho aspettato per tutta la vita. Tu sei quello che ho aspettato per tutta la vita. You are the one I've been waiting for my whole life. Voglio stare con te per sempre. Voglio stare con te per sempre. I want to be with you forever. Voglio stare con te per sempre. Voglio stare con te per sempre. I want to be with you forever. You can also say voglio stare con te per tutta la vita. For all my life, for the rest of my life. Per tutto il resto della mia vita. Passiamo il resto della nostra vita insieme. Passiamo il resto della nostra vita insieme. Let's spend the rest of our lives together. Passiamo il resto della nostra vita insieme. Passiamo il resto della nostra vita insieme. Let's spend the rest of our lives together. Averti al mio fianco è ciò che mi completa. Averti al mio fianco è ciò che mi completa. Having you by my side is what completes me. Averti al mio fianco è ciò che mi completa. Averti al mio fianco è ciò che mi completa. Having you on my side is what completes me. Very romantic, truly romantic. Non riesco ad immaginare la mia vita senza di te. Non riesco ad immaginare la mia vita senza di te. I can't imagine my life without you in it. Non riesco ad immaginare la mia vita senza di te. Non riesco ad immaginare la mia vita senza di te. I can't imagine my life without you in it. Vorrei poterti dare ogni cosa, ma spero che questo anello sia sufficiente. Vorrei poterti dare ogni cosa, ma spero che questo anello sia sufficiente. I wish I could give you everything, but I hope that this ring is enough. Vorrei poterti dare ogni cosa, ma spero che questo anello sia sufficiente. I wish I could give you everything, but I hope that this ring is enough. Siamo fatti per stare insieme. Siamo fatti per stare insieme. We are meant to be together. Siamo fatti per stare insieme. Siamo fatti per stare insieme. We are meant to be together. With these very nice and romantic phrases, we actually reached the end of our lesson. So guys, if you are preparing to propose to your girlfriend or boyfriend to marry him or her, you can actually use these amazing sentences in Italian, which is even more romantic to say I think to propose in Italian. So thanks very much for watching. See you next time on ItalianPod101.com. Take care always and bye. Bye bye. Hi guys, welcome to ItalianPod101.com. My name is Ilaria. Nice to see you again, or nice to meet you. Today we're going to talk about a summertime topic, the 20 words you need for the beach. So let's start. Occhiali da sole. Sunglasses. Occhiali da sole. Sunglasses. Indosso gli occhiali da sole, colorati e alla moda. I wear colorful sunglasses, fashionable sunglasses. By the way, I love to wear fashionable sunglasses. I have like so many sunglasses, and you can actually say in Italy as well, mi piacciono gli occhiali alla moda, which is like I like fashionable sunglasses. Spiaggia. Beach. Spiaggia. Beach. Mi piace stare sulla spiaggia a prendere il sole. I like to lay on the beach in the sun. I mean, who doesn't, guys? I remember I haven't been to the seaside yet this year, so I'm looking forward to it. And every time I go, I just stand on the beach all the day long, and I swim all day long, and I get very dark, and this is such a great time for myself. So I hope you will have some nice seaside time as well in your summer. Nuoto. Swimming. Nuoto. Swimming. Da bambina il nuoto era lo sport che più odiavo. When I was a child, swimming was the sport I hated the most. Well, this is not very much my case, in a way that I was like a fish myself. My mom, she's come from actually a place in the south of Italy. So I used to go there every summer, and I used to stay there for 3 months for all the school holidays. And I used to swim like a fish. I had such a great time. Sole. Sun. Sole. Sun. Stare troppo al sole mi fa sentire stanca. Being in the sun makes me feel very tired. You can also say in Italian that like the sun is, makes you feel tired. Actually, the sun itself, the very hot weather, And you can also say, se prendo troppo sole, mi stanco, which is pretty much the same like to say, if I stay on the sun for a very long time, I get very tired. Palma. Palm, tree. Palma. palm tree. Sogno di bere un buon cocktail sotto a una palma. I dream to drink a good cocktail under a palm tree. So this is quite refreshing as well. Let's say you are on the beach and there is a bar and you can just go there and say, posso avere un cocktail fresco, per favore, which means, can I please have a fresh cocktail, please? Conchiglia, seashell, conchiglia, seashell. Passeggiando sulla spiaggia ho trovato splendide conchiglie. Walking on the beach, I found wonderful seashells. And I still have some of the best that I took when I was on the seaside places. And there are so many which they have like very different colors and shapes, because maybe, they're really old. So this is something that I really like to do when I go holidays. Costume da bagno. Swimsuit. Costume da bagno. Swimsuit. Hai comprato dei costumi nuovi per la prossima vacanza? Did you buy some new swimsuits for the next vacation? You can also say in Italian, hai nuovi costumi da bagno da usare? Which means, do you have some new swimsuit to use this year? Oceano. Ocean. Oceano. Ocean. Ogni anno andiamo a fare immersioni in oceano. Every year we go to dive in the ocean. It's something that I never did really. I mean, I'm quite scared as well of the deep ocean. I think it's like I'm fascinated at the same time I'm quite scared, but I really admire the people that they brave enough to get there, Bagnino. Lifeguard. Bagnino. Lifeguard. Andrea ha frequentato un corso per diventare bagnino. Andrea took a course to become a lifeguard. Telo da mare. Beach towel. Telo da mare. Beach towel. Preferiamo stare sul telo da mare che sul lettino. We prefer laying on the beach towel than a beach lounger. That's okay, and I tell you why. This is my case. Just because then I like to feel the softness of the beach, really, of the sand, I really like that feeling. Sedia a sdraio. Beach chair. Sedia a sdraio. Beach chair. Affittare le sedie a sdraio in agosto può essere abbastanza costoso. Renting beach chairs in August may be quite expensive, and this is actually a truth because everyone in Italy, I mean, most of the people in Italy goes on holidays in August, So and that's the main period where everything is more expensive if you go. So it's just a very generic circumstance. Castello di sabbia. Sandcastle. Castello di sabbia. Sandcastle. Tutti i bambini e molti adulti adorano fare castelli di sabbia. All children and many adults love to make sandcastles. I love that much, very, very much myself as well. Mini frigorifero. Cooler. Mini frigorifero. Cooler. Con il mini frigorifero è possibile mangiare e bere bibite fresche anche nelle spiagge isolate. Using a cooler, it's possible to have food and fresh drinks, even in isolated beaches. Marea. Tide. Marea. Tide. Quando si alza la marea, alcune isolette scompaiono. When the tide goes up, some little islands disappear. Abbronzatura. Tan. Abbronzatura. Tan. Prendere l'abbronzatura usando la crema solare è possibile. Getting a suntan while using a sunscreen is possible. And I'm adding, not just possible. You should add all the time because it's quite, if you don't use any sun protection, it's quite dangerous for your skin. Because of the UV ray and that's the main reason basically, but you should anyway. It's very important. Snorkeling, 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 snorkeling. Facciamo snorkeling sperando di vedere i pesci tropicali. We go snorkeling hoping to see tropical fishes. This is one of the few words in Italian that they are exactly the same in English. So, snorkeling in Italian, snorkeling in English. Same. Infradito, flip-flop. Infradito, flip-flop. Le infradito sono bellissime ma a volte scomode. Flip-flops are beautiful but sometimes uncomfortable, which is actually a truth. Bikini, 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 bikini. I bikini della prossima estate avranno colori sgargianti. Next summer bikinis will be just colorful. Bikini. Bikini is another word that in Italian is exactly the same in English. Bikini, bikini. Cappellino, hat, cap. Cappellino, hat, cap. Mettere il cappellino sulla testa dei bambini in spiaggia è importante. Putting a hat on the head of children at the beach is very important. Why? Because children are definitely more delicate and fragile than adults. So everyone should use a cap or some protection, but a particular attention should be for the kids, for the youngest. Gelato, ice cream. Gelato, ice cream. In Italia i gelati alla frutta sono davvero deliziosi. In Italy, fruit ice creams are very delicious. I love ice cream. I mean, Italian ice creams are amazing, really. So if you love ice cream, you should just try Italian ice cream if you go holiday in my place, you know. Anyway, so with this wonderful and sweet thoughts, we end this lesson, guys. And thanks very much for listening to me. Please subscribe, comment, tell me what you think. Tell me if I just missed a word, if you want to add something. You know, your comments are very, very important to us. So thanks for listening, and I wish you a great day. Bless you. Take care. Bye-bye.
Hi everybody, Marika here. Welcome to Ask a Teacher, where I'll answer some of your most common Italian questions. The question for this lesson is, why don't I always need to conjugate the verb in a subordinate clause? Sometimes Italian seems simpler than English because it can have an infinitive verb, whereas English has a conjugated form. For example, lui sa di avere ragione. He knows he is right. Why is avere not conjugated? What are the rules that regulate this? The sentence in the example above can be divided into two clauses. Lui sa di, meaning he knows that, is the main clause. Avere ragione, literally to be right, is the subordinate clause. In English, it's translated as he is right. This is a special kind of subordinate clause called implicit. Implicit subordinate clauses feature a non-finite mood verb, which means not conjugable verb. Infinitive is the most used in Italian. If the subject of the main clause and the subordinate is the same, the infinitive can replace clauses beginning with che. Sounds complicated. Look at these examples. Non sono sicura che partirò. I'm not sure I will leave. You can say, non sono sicura di partire. Mario sa che è bravo in matematica. Mario knows he's good at math. You can say, Mario sa di essere bravo in matematica. When the subject in the two sentences is the same, and the first verb is a thinking verb, your only option is to use the infinitive in the second sentence. So if you want to say, I hope I will leave, you have to say, spero di partire, not spero che io parta. The second one is too wordy and sounds unnatural. However, if the subjects are different, you must use the subjunctive. Spero che Laura parta. I hope Laura will leave. Pretty simple, right? If you have any more questions, please leave us a comment. A presto, see you soon!
Una donna sta chiedendo qualcosa ad un commesso in una libreria. Quale libro voleva vedere la donna? Mi scusi, vorrei dare un'occhiata ad un libro su quello scaffale.
Quale libro vorrebbe?
Il libro sulle macchine.
Aspetti un attimo, per favore. Questo?
Esatto!
Eccolo.
Quale libro voleva vedere la donna? Una donna sta chiedendo qualcosa ad un commesso in una libreria. Quale libro voleva vedere la donna? Mi scusi, vorrei dare un'occhiata ad un libro su quello scaffale.
Quale libro vorrebbe?
Il libro sulle macchine.
Aspetti un attimo, per favore. Questo?
Esatto!
Eccolo.
Un uomo e una donna stanno guardando un menù in un ristorante. Che cosa ha ordinato l'uomo?
Che cosa vorreste ordinare?
Questa pizza sembra deliziosa. La prendo.
Io ho mangiato la pizza ieri, quindi
Ah, allora che ne dici di questo hamburger?
sembra una buona idea. Lo prendo.
Che cosa ha ordinato l'uomo? Un uomo e una donna stanno guardando un menù in un ristorante. Che cosa ha ordinato l'uomo?
Che cosa vorreste ordinare?
Questa pizza sembra deliziosa. La prendo.
Io ho mangiato la pizza ieri, quindi
Ah, allora che ne dici di questo hamburger?
sembra una buona idea. Lo prendo.
Un uomo sta parlando con un ambulatorio medico al telefono. L'uomo entro che ora deve andare lì? Pronto, come posso aiutarla?
Quando siete aperti oggi?
Fino alle 6, ma per favore venga prima delle 5:30.
Ok.
L'uomo entro che ora deve andare lì? Un uomo sta parlando con un ambulatorio medico al telefono. L'uomo entro che ora deve andare lì? Pronto, come posso aiutarla?
Quando siete aperti oggi?
Fino alle 6, ma per favore venga prima delle 5:30.
Ok.
Un ragazzo legge il suo diario. Che cosa ha fatto il ragazzo per prima cosa in quella giornata?
Oggi faceva veramente bel tempo. Questo pomeriggio sono andato in una piscina. E di sera sono andato a vedere un film. Inoltre, di mattina ho studiato. È stata proprio una bella giornata.
Che cosa ha fatto il ragazzo per prima cosa in quella giornata? Un ragazzo legge il suo diario. Che cosa ha fatto il ragazzo per prima cosa in quella giornata?
Oggi faceva veramente bel tempo. Questo pomeriggio sono andato in una piscina. E di sera sono andato a vedere un film. Inoltre, di mattina ho studiato. È stata proprio una bella giornata.
Un uomo e una donna stanno guardando una foto. Che foto stanno guardando? È la foto della squadra di calcio di tuo figlio, no? Qual è tuo figlio?
Questo
Ah, è il più alto della squadra.
è più alto di me.
Che foto stanno guardando? Un uomo e una donna stanno guardando una foto. Che foto stanno guardando? È la foto della squadra di calcio di tuo figlio, no? Qual è tuo figlio?
Questo
Ah, è il più alto della squadra.
è più alto di me.
When learning a new language, we sometimes have a hard time with things like procrastination, discouragement, or failure. But don't panic. With a good strategy, you'll be able to overcome these difficulties. Are you ready to discover the 4 habits of successful learners? Number 1, optimize your time. When learning a language, it's important to dedicate time to your studies regularly, even if sometimes it's difficult. You're busy with school, work, family, or friends, but you can spread out your learning throughout the day. Study whenever you have small gaps of time in your busy schedule. This can be when you're on the metro, on your lunch break, or while you're exercising. Our podcast learning format fits perfectly into your tight schedule. Number 2, consistency with your chosen method. There are a lot of options when it comes to courses and learning materials. Switching from one method to another can confuse you and disrupt your progress. Focusing on one learning method will make a difference. Our method has been created and optimized by real teachers, so you can stick to it with confidence. Number 3, use your language background. Many languages share some commonalities. You can find words that look or sound similar, or even share the same grammar structure. A little bit of language background will give you an edge while learning. Number 4, study continuously. People are excited when they start learning a new language. The enthusiasm usually lasts until the first roadblock. This can lead to discouragement and procrastination. But don't burn yourself out. Learning a language is a marathon, not a sprint. Don't try to learn it all at once. Break things down into more digestible chunks. Learning step by step might feel slow, but it's an efficient way to learn a language. With patience, motivation, and good resources, you'll master the language. Remember, you can't learn a language overnight, but with motivation and these daily lessons, you'll be on the road to fluency. Remember, here's what you can do to learn all of these words by heart. Drill these words with our spaced repetition flashcards, which will help cement these words into your long-term memory. Save them to the word bank, your personal vocabulary collection, where you can print out your own study sheets, or review the words with our looped vocabulary slideshow, and play it until you know all of the words. So click the link in the description right now and sign up for your free lifetime account to get these lessons and study tools.